Hi everyone and welcome back to Game 4 between Karma and Lathans in the semi-finals of the WARNO League Season 0 tournament from SD League. Today we have Karma playing on the left in blue as the 5th Panzer Division once more, and on the right we have Lathans playing as the 35th. Once again, Lathans with all of those forward deployment troops charging towards Alpha right now, and a rocket MiG coming in as well to try and stave off some of those early units from Karma coming in there. It's going for the Apache. Good choice. The Apache is very strong. Oh, wait, hang on. It attacked the ground randomly there. I am genuinely confused what just happened. It just sort of attacked the ground. It didn't attack any units. I thought it was going for the Apache and he could see it. The Apache has landed though, so maybe it was landing just in time. That is bizarre. Obviously, Lathan's very much starting closer to this point and has control of that at the moment. A few units smattered around there from Karma, but the majority of Karma's forces will be heading into this point at the bottom Alpha. Equally, Lathans has sent a lot this way, a lot of trucks going back. Karma captured both points immediately, only one cap for Lathans at the start. He's bringing in a command for the other point now. That will give Karma a little bit of a head start in terms of points. But that's not going to matter in the long term. As we saw in the last game, it doesn't matter if you start with a little advantage, the other player can potentially catch up. A couple of Rolands coming in the back there to try and deal with Lathan's chopper, I'm sure. Command in the back there. But Lathan's putting up a big fight here. Those Marders doing a lot of damage, but they have all been pretty much killed now. There are a couple of tanks at the back. A Leo 1A1A1 and a M48 there. Not a lot left in this point now for Karma, though. He'll be relying on this Apache to try and kill any infantry that are still flittering about. The Lux obviously getting off some good shots as well with its autocannon. Very strong recon unit, much like the British Fox. Anti-air unit coming around the back there for Lathans to try and deal with this Apache. The Apache is currently flying low, however, so will be very hard to hit. The Lux coming around, I expect to try and deal with any AA and also get shots down the roads into the town. Anti-tank fire now coming in against that Lux, though. And it is dead. That was multiple shots there. Loads of reinforcements have arrived now for Karma, though. He has some infantry that have appeared. More tanks on the way and more infantry on the way as well. Over at the side of Lathans, lots of infantry coming in towards this bottom point now. A few units going up towards the top. All he has to do is hold that top point. A couple of units here look like they've been destroyed on the way in there. They would have been Karma's trying to get in that point as well, but easily dealt with by the SPG-9. For anyone who doesn't know and is new to WARNO, SPG-9 is a recoilless rifle. Obviously very good against vehicles, but can be utilised against infantry as well. MiG-27 HE bombers coming in there to try and dish out some damage. He's lost one to the Roland. Roland's now Roland's rearming though, so he won't get any more shots off against that one, so it will escape unscathed. And there's no anti-air jets coming in for Karma. Good strike, managed to do some damage there with those bombs. Karma pushed right to the back of this point, just managing to keep his command in there. Lots of reinforcements arriving for Lathans now. Lathans lost that other jet, it flew back round. That's bizarre. I did not expect that to fly back round at that point. Lathan's now +3 as he has now neutralized this and controls this point, so he is +3. If he can force the command out of there, he will be +6. Eagle around the side there gets a very nice shot on that Apache, so that's one less Apache to worry about. There is still one here, though, which has already been damaged by that Eagle. Eagle will probably get killed running away here. Yes, it does. T-64BV, nice strong tank coming in there for Lathans. Karma still in a strong position here. Lots of units coming in the top corner of this point and pushing through. Rather than face off against the wall of infantry down here, he's coming in from the top. It's good to get a better position on the point if you can. And watching people like Karma and Lathans, you will notice them do this more often than a lot of players, is they will try and come in from different angles on points where they feel they have a chance of actually securing some buildings or something to hold the line easier. Obviously, this command just sitting here will eventually probably move to the back of this point, rather than risk being left there as another vehicle has just been destroyed in front of it. Lathans is pushing up his units. Plenty more reinforcements coming in, including some supply there. Tornado IDS HE bomber coming in. Beautiful strike by Karma there. Did serious damage to frontline troops, killed a few squads as well. He will be very pleased with that. He might not know exactly how many he killed, but he will be pleased either way. Anti-tank cannon there at the back, just taking pot shots. Good for a little bit of cover fire. Lots of Panzer Grenadiers coming in there in Marders, so a lot more firepower. Looks just slowly edging its way around the top there, but honestly it won't be moving very much from that point, I don't imagine. Alouette being called in up there just for some recon. It could be that in the near future Karma thinks about doing a little push up here to distract from what's going on down here as well. But we will wait and see what his tactic's going to be. Igler there, getting shots off at that Apache. Apache down to 1 health. Can he finish it off? Oh, yes he does. That is the second rocket Apache down. Extremely good for killing infantry and stunning tanks, but has been taken out. Obviously, if you can get close with its autocannon as well, it can actually kill tanks. Good positioning here from Lathans on his tanks and guns and his SPG-9. Obviously you can see those firing into the town from every angle pretty much. This one getting a lovely shot across this road into the town itself. You get some amazing views from back here. It's quite shocking. I mean, if you look at it, it doesn't look like the tank should be able to fire through there, but you always can. It's absolutely bizarre to me that if you get units on this road here, they can shoot very far in. Another bombing strike there. The bomber does get out again. Really good use of those bombers from Karma this game. A bit of a changeover from the last game where we saw Lathans using HE bombers heavily. Now switch to Karma doing that and using them very effectively. Karma edging further and further across this point, pushing Lathans out now. Now, Lathan's relying on these tank guns and tanks to do some serious damage. More Spetsnaz coming in. More Desert Nicky BMD coming in as well. And various amounts of reinforcements coming in. And Nona coming in there. I wonder if that's to smoke the command vehicle at a guess. A bit like Karma did last game to make it very hard to kill. Lux got round the back at the top and has killed the command that was in the back of the top point. Very sneaky from Karma. Very effective. Points now neutralized again. Bomber coming in at the back there. Manages to kill the command vehicle. Bomber is going to take fire from a MiG-29 AA jet though. It has been destroyed. That's one less bomber that Lathans has to worry about. However, Lathans also lost his MiG-29. It flew over the air defense grid of Karma there. Lux in prime position here to annihilate anything else that comes down this main road to that point. It may even trundle all the way to this back point and try and kill the command in Delta. It may well do that. Look at it charging down the road now. Karma being sneaky. Obviously Lathans with nothing there to see that coming. I wonder if we'll see some kind of recon response for that. Lathan's still repositioning forces down at the bottom here, but has pretty much been pushed out of this point finally. Lathan slightly ahead in points though. Bringing in another command down here, which will be to go back in this point sooner or later. As well as various BMD-2s with Desert Nicky in there. Lux is on the prowl. And it's not going to have to look too hard to find that command. It is right in that corner. All that Lux has to do is get into this tree line. Over here, Lathan's still just holding on to that little area of that point. He will be able to get a command in, though he will have to watch out for another HE bomber coming in to kill that command once more. Lathan's taking the risk of bringing in another command at the top there. Mi-24 rocket coming in. This is fascinating because it feels very risky for Lathans to do that because he doesn't know where that Lux is, or if he even, I don't even know if he knows it was a Lux that killed his command. Lux coming down the road, we'll eventually see that, but didn't come straight in the corner as I was expecting. I thought it was just on a path across the field. Mi-8 coming in there to try and scout for it. There it goes, it's been spotted. We'll kill that command as well. Loss of Delta for Lathans now. +5 to Karma. He will be ploughing through those points to victory in this match if Lathans doesn't get a move on with his commands. This one is heading towards Bravo. One down here is already right on the edge of this point, snaking its way in. He's just finding a good position. Loads of reinforcements still coming in here for Karma. A single unit coming in at the top there, and that Alouette over there. Karma being very sneaky with that Lux, sneaking it round the back now, waiting till there is another command in this point, I am sure. In fact, there is that command coming to it. He'll just wait, and then once it's in there, he can move back in. Oh, Karma. That is so sneaky. I'm very impressed. I do love a bit of sneaky sniping. This is a hell of a battle. Look at the state of this little town. Absolutely smashed to smithereens right now. So many destroyed buildings. Couple of Lathan's units just sitting in the few remaining buildings there. And the same with Karma. There aren't many buildings left to sit in. Tornado, HE, 2 of them coming in to kill that command. It'll be lucky to survive. Oh my word. It takes some damage but does survive. The luckiest little command vehicle ever. Wow. Very good maneuvering from Lathans there. Oh, he's lost another anti-air jet though. Command in here, that Lux just sat there. Lathan's still on the hunt for that Lux. Back to +3 for Lathans though, so he is back ahead in points. I'm sure at this point he would love to make it +6 by taking out the command at the back of this point. Another Apache rocket in there doing serious damage to all of those infantry. Apaches can be devastating. There is an Afghansky moving up there to take it out, but they have a lot of health. Karma dropping it down towards the ground. Another Afghansky here though. It is now stunned. Afghansky struggling to hit it though. Smoke going down there from the Nona over at Lathan's side. Leo 2A3 coming around there, probably to try and deal with that Afghansky sooner or later. Also an M48. Afghansky now taking out the Alouette as well. Did manage to take out the... Oh no, the Apache's there. It's still alive. I was going to say, I didn't think he'd killed it. MiG-29 anti-air coming over again, and another loss of a MiG-29 anti-air jet for Lathans. Those Rolands are literally tearing his planes apart. Well done. Lathans has managed to track down and kill the Lux recon vehicle that was at the back there with his autocannon. It is now down. There's one less thing for Lathans to worry about. He's leaving some units there in defense of his command now, though. And here we also see an attack chopper defending this one. Karma looking a little bit thin on the ground right now. Some reinforcements are coming in though. Obviously quite an expense bringing in a Leo 2A3. They are not cheap vehicles. 270 points. Tanks working their way around the bottom. Doing a little bit of damage to those infantry. I'm sure they would like to get around and kill that command. Command is being moved now by Lathans. Nona dropping down some smoke in front of the infantry to protect them. Good choice. Was that the Apache managing to fire from its ground level? Yeah. I mean, that's the Apache basically at ground level managing to fire its rockets through buildings and trees. I mean, that's a bit buggy in the game. I doubt Karma even told that to attack there. It just did it itself. Lathans once again almost pushed out of this point, is managing to keep his command in there. Lots of reinforcements have arrived from Karma again. A few reinforcements en route for Lathans. He's bringing up that attack chopper and the Mi-8 recon chopper. Command has been destroyed though. Poor Lathans has lost a few commands this game. He's still ahead in points and is now neutralized once more. That does mean that the onus is on Karma. He needs to push. He needs to progress. And he's got 24 minutes or just under to do it. So it's plenty of time. MiG-29 AA in again there, but taking fire immediately from those Rolands. Something got destroyed here. I'm not sure what it was. Possibly the M48 tank that was roaming around. Afghansky taking out that Apache again. HE bomber coming in there. I think it was actually attacking the... Yeah, I think it came in to attack the chopper, which is taking out the tanks. But didn't manage it. Seed jet in there, taking fire from the Roland 3s. Roland 3s once again out of munitions. But look at this, Karma has managed to progress all the way across the point, is now completely in control. The little spread of guns and things that were around are now getting decimated. Very, very strong position right now for Karma in this point, but he will need to progress and push elsewhere. He has to take out more commands, he has to control other points. It will be interesting to see how Lathans progresses here. Obviously, Karma needs to be slightly aggressive. He's pushed right to the edge of this point, still taking a lot of fire. Lathan's trying to retreat his forces away from the point to stop losing any more. And there's a good strategy. If you can save your units, it's better too. That means you have more to push with later. Su-25 AT coming in. It's the first one we've seen this game. Su-25 very strong. Will be very effective at killing that Leo 2A3. If it can swing around and come in on it. I don't know what's going on. It's just flying around. I'm not sure if Lathans had second thoughts or what. Maybe he couldn't keep his eyes on it. I'm not sure what's happened with the Su-25 there. Fantastic game again between these two though. Karma now firmly in control of Alpha. Seed being brought in to try and deal with those Rolands. Rolands will be depleted at the moment though, and will probably be turned off so they don't fire immediately. As Karma will have seen that seed plane. Lots more reinforcement being called in up here for Karma. He's bringing in the odd recon unit up here by the looks of it as well. He may well push Bravo. But can he push Bravo and maintain control of Alpha at the same time? Alpha is sparse in its defense. There's not a lot there. I mean, the Leo is running out of fuel. He's got only a couple of units there infantry-wise. He is bringing some more in up here. Looks like a few reinforcements coming into the top for Lathans as well. Lathans with most of his forces lined up back here at the moment. I assume both players waiting for more cash. Couple of artillery pieces in at the back there for Karma as well. No big artillery in for Lathans as yet. Su-25 going up here. It's been in for a while. I'm not sure if it's going to go for anything or not. Could go for an attack on that chopper. Does appear to be heading that way. Su-25 main cannon doing the damage there. We're now in a period where both players are going to be building up forces to do some kind of push. Good use of artillery there from Karma to clear up the front lines, as it were, of Lathans on Bravo. It looks like he's lining up a lot of units to potentially push across the map from Alpha to Bravo. But it also looks like Lathans to some extent is expecting this, because he is sending reinforcements to Bravo to help defend it. But it really depends how big of a push Karma does. Under 20 minutes left of this game. We're at the halfway mark. Lathan's still slightly out ahead. But there's no guarantee it's going to stay that way. Look at this. Some Zishurungs pushing across open ground here. Obviously, Lathans knows they're coming that way. The SPG-9 taking fire from tanks, so won't last very long. But that's all the warning that Lathans will need to know there's stuff coming across there. He has moved up his Rolands to defend there as well. Does Lathans realise that means there's very little in Alpha? Obviously, Karma's forces are fairly close to Alpha, so still could respond if needed. But the more they engage up here, the more losses he takes, the harder it'll be for him to also defend Alpha. Lots of reinforcements being called in at the top as well for Karma. He really needs to get into Bravo, and he knows it. Various reinforcements coming in here for Lathans, including some Afghanskis to try and deal with any choppers. And obviously any bombers that come in as well. I think this is going to be very, very challenging for both players. I think it's going to be hard for Lathans to hold up here at the moment with what he's got. I think it's going to be hard for Karma to push in. Because there is a lot more arriving for Lathans. And attacking a defender position is always the more difficult thing, even with artillery support. Karma advancing well, has managed to get across the open fields, which is probably the hardest part. He's now into some cover. Lots of fire going down on Lathan's units there. Plenty of reinforcements en route as well. Here we go. Mi-8 MTA recon chopper coming across here for Lathans to see exactly what is in Alpha, which the answer is not a lot. I expect we will see movement from all of these forces down here towards Alpha, and that will really put the pressure on Karma, because he will either have to aggressively get into Bravo and manage to overcome the defenses there, or he will have to retreat from Bravo and go back into Alpha to stop that being taken by Lathans. Obviously, Lathans has the advantage here because of that point advantage. SU-25 going in to take out the Roland. There is another Roland there currently reloading its missiles. Another Roland called in by Karma as well. Apache rocket coming in, already badly damaged though. I think that's just been for a rearm perhaps, I'm not sure. Or it's just pulled back because it got damaged. SU-25 AT coming in, going for that other Roland. Also taking shots at that Leo. And a random shot going off at the Alouette as well. Didn't manage to kill the Roland though. Roland 2 over here manages to get some shots off at the SU-25. The Roland there also getting some shots off. Oh, and the SU-25 is down. It's been up for so long. T-64B getting some shots off at the Leo 2A3 there. Missed with its missile though. No movement down the bottom here from Lathans. All focus is on this fight up here. This tank causing all kinds of issues for the infantry in this building. Obviously the T-64 will, you know, get a shot off on the front armor, but it's one pip of health it just took off. Leo 2A3s are very heavily armored. The T-64s will struggle to penetrate that with the missile. Metis being brought in to try and hit it from the side there, I think, as well. There goes the smoke down. Seed coming over there. I think this... Did the Seed manage to get a kill? I think the Seed managed to take out the remaining Roland that was there. I think it's killed down here. Yeah, there it was. Another one coming in though, and a Gepard there as well. No units around the back for either player now. It's all about this frontline battle. Karma is progressing. He is into the corner of this point practically. A command in now would potentially survive, but he'll want to get a little bit further into the point. He is one of those IDS HE bombers coming in. Will be absolutely devastating against all these guys in one building. Oh! 3 squads dead. Other one will be lucky to get out alive. Only 2 members left. We'll take fire from everything else that's coming in here. Lathan's in a difficult position now. Karma really pushed hard. Got right in there. Just needs to keep pushing a little bit further. Another 2A3 en route along with another couple of M48 tanks. Tanks being very useful here for Karma in this push from the edge of the point. Mi-24 rocket attack helicopters coming in there. Good against infantry. Good against vehicles. They do have the anti-ground, anti-armor missile as well. Jeopard firing at them though will do them a lot of damage. One of them is already stunned. It's likely going to go down. Lots of reinforcements here from Lathans trying to force back the tide from Karma. Command being brought in there by Karma for the point. Lathans has decided he's going to start probing the bottom. Here are the UAZ SPG-9 hordes coming in to try and do as much damage as possible. T-64BV sat at the back here, on the move now. I expect we're going to see some of these forces start to move up into Alpha. Karma has controlled the flow of the battle for a while now. I'm expecting we're about to see that change. Lathan's forcing Karma's hand back into Alpha. Very aggressive push here from Karma. Moving his tanks up, has managed to kill the T-64BV that was there. Another T-64BV here. SPG-9's coming in. Obviously, it will do plenty of damage to infantry and tanks alike. Nona being used there to put down smoke, I think, of all things. I think it was being used against the Leo. The Leo is almost dead, though. Very close to death. A couple of shots from these guys will definitely finish it off. Assuming one of them hits. MiG-29AA coming across the map there. Not sure what it was going for, but is immediately taken out by all the anti-air that Karma has in the area. Karma now has his command in the point. Back to +3 for Karma. Just under 12 minutes left of this game. Lathan's moving into position to attack Alpha once more. Does he have a spare command to put in there is the next question. He's still bringing in units at the top. Here we go. Big guns coming out. KA-50 Akula anti-tank coming in to try and deal with all of these tanks and vehicles. Tornado IDS HE coming in once more to strike at the back here by the looks of it. I think it's going for an attempted kill on the T-64, sorry. T-64 survives, taking a lot of damage though. Here we go. Lathans is pushing into Alpha. This could be make or break here if Lathans manages to push across and kill the command. Karma could be in a lot of trouble. He needs to push and completely take Bravo. I'm sure Lathans must have another command left in his deck. Plenty of reinforcements coming in here. That's another 2 squads of infantry, and there it is. Command has been called in for that bottom point, on its way now. Another Mi-24V rocket attack helicopter also coming in down there. Reinforcements being called in for that bottom point by Karma as well. Is he going to be quick enough to defend that CV? I think the Akula just got taken out up here. Yes, indeed, I think that was that going down. Didn't last long, sadly. Apache rushing down to try and intervene in Alpha. There is an Afghansky there, but it's not close enough. There's also the 2A3, partially repaired, now heading in to try and support the forces there. Lathan's coming in with the rocket attack chopper. Needs to be careful of that Roland. He has lost his infantry that went in there. Still +3 to Karma. Oh, this is a tight game. This is an extremely tight game. It feels now like it's swung in Karma's favour, but never say never. It could be that Lathans pushes this back. He's got a squad of units moving in here. The Metis launcher is obviously very good against the tanks. If he can get some side shots, he will kill them. Command is pushing into this point here. MiG-27 rocket attack coming in there to go for that Apache, I'm sure. Apache is down. He has lost the attack jet, though. That rocket is badly damaged. Roland Tree is pushing down. Well, Lathans maneuvered into Alpha, and Karma did respond very effectively. Still +3 to Karma. Lots more units coming in there. More units coming in here. It's looking very thin on the ground for Lathans. I feel like Lathans is in a very difficult position here. Command just sat outside that point. Will be at risk of getting hit by those Panzer Grenadiers when they get near that side. Roland 3 taking some pot shots at that Mi-24 as it goes to the top. Another HE bomber coming in here to attack that back corner. And that will be the Command dead in that corner. It will be +6 to Karma. All change. This early game was looking like a Lathans victory, but Karma, showing his might, has managed to push back Alpha and then perform a very effective assault onto Bravo. +6 currently to Karma. Another Su-25 down for Lathans. Lathans lost a lot of jets in this game to those Rolands, and there's the surrender. Karma takes the game. Significant difference in kills to losses there. Heading towards 2,200. Not something we haven't seen before. The games between these two have been quite similar. But really, really entertaining game again, guys. Such a tight game, but Karma absolutely outstanding with that assault on Bravo. And then managing to also have enough forces to hold off in Alpha just at the end there when Lathans tried to go back in. Lathans exquisitely played, as always. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. Tune in tomorrow for the final game between these two. I'm sure it will be a blast, just like they all have been.